appreciate the time, and I am excited to learn from you.
When we're adopting any new technology, one question that comes to mind is, what is our return on investment, our ROI? Quality assurance, inspection is probably a good place to start when it comes to model-based definition, because we have a lot of robust tools today where we can see immediate value, immediate impact, and start to work towards that return on investment on those software tools we require to implement those types of workflows. What are the challenges manufacturers face today in quality and inspection? Making sure we have the correct information, right, is a definite challenge. Things that we as humans have issues or challenges with: manual data transcription, right? Has anybody ever written down a number incorrectly? I know I have. Right? So within the quality workflows, when we talk about things like inspection planning, first article inspection reporting, generating our AS 9102 inspection reports, those are prime areas for us to make mistakes in that manual data transcription. At a very high level, we're using some new software tools, some new process tools to increase efficiency. When I say increase efficiency, I'm largely referring to time savings, which is then going to translate to financial cost savings. And one of the key driving factors is the consistency of information through the digital thread, whether we're talking upfront at design, through manufacture, all the way to quality and inspection at the end. Someone's experience in class when it clicked. I'll start this off with one of the exercises we like to start off in our first article inspection reporting class. One thing we do is hand out an example part print to the entire class, and we ask them to balloon the print. For those that don't know what ballooning is, that is assigning a unique identifier to each dimension, each feature of that part on the print. Right? And that unique identifier is going to follow that dimension through the inspection reporting process. So what we like to do is hand out a part print of a simple part to the class and just ask them to balloon the print. And then once everybody's done, we like to ask the class the likelihood of two prints existing in the class that have the same exact ballooning scheme. And the reason we do that is to point out that there is no real industry standard methodology out there for how we go about ballooning that print or assigning those unique identifiers to those part features. When we use model-based definition to do that, what we are creating is one automatic ballooning of those features, but that also gives us consistent ballooning throughout the rest of that process. And to the point that one time when we presented this in class, I had an individual in the class, they stood up in the back of the class and started a slow golf clap. Now, I thought that was a little cynical at the start, or possibly sarcastic, if you will. And so I inquired what the clapping was for, to which I was told, first article inspection reporting is most of my job, and most of the time spent on that is ballooning prints, which means we just introduced a real tool to save this individual real time in their day-to-day job. One question I like to ask in my classes is, what's the most complex or what's the largest part print you've ever seen? The winning answer is a 75-page print that they were doing a first article inspection report on. This was likely of a complex, larger assembly of many parts, but such a large, complex print, to go through that, to manually balloon it, and expect there not to be any errors or any features missed or omitted, the chances of that happening become slimmer and slimmer as those prints become more and more complicated. So a perfect opportunity to implement a tool like MBD Video to help accommodate establishing those unique identifiers. Are part prints going away? I believe it's a twofold answer. Technically speaking, yes, part prints are going away. In terms of the concepts of product definition and how we actually control our product, no, part prints are not going away. We are just changing how the information is presented such that we can utilize it more and more throughout the manufacturing process of that particular part. By transitioning from that 2D paper information that is strictly human readable, we are moving to a digital format. The whole goal of model-based definition is to still remain human readable, but to also bring out that machine software readability as well. So it's kind of twofold. So we're still maintaining everything we used to receive or be able to get from those part prints, while enabling a digital workflow to use that information in more ways, more consistently throughout our manufacturing processes. I'm Zachary Gibbons. I'm a senior technical trainer here at CCAT. I'm largely focused on additive manufacturing. Cue all the printers behind me. I also support our digital thread lab with model-based definition training. If you're interested in learning more about our training offerings and what we have to offer here at CCAT, feel free to go to our website, ccat.us, head over to the training page to see all our available offerings. MBD training is going to start with a single-day awareness course. This awareness course is geared towards anybody who wants to learn more about model-based definition, what it is, why we're applying it, and where we can really start to see some of the benefits from applying it to our workflows. That single-day awareness course is then going to lead into some more training pathways that dig down deep on specific topics and how we can, again, apply that model-based definition workflow to our manufacturing processes.